Okay, hey, it's Tracy Reuter, and I want to shoot a video, kind of part 2 from some stuff I did yesterday. If you were on our social media marketing hangout for networkers, we talked about Twitter, and then I did a follow-up video yesterday that you can find over on my fan page, facebook.com/Tracy Reuter fan page. You can actually find it on my YouTube channel as well, Tracy Reuter. That's Tracy with an I, TracyReuter. There I am right there. There's my name. So in this video, okay, what I want to teach you about today is I want to teach you a little bit about hashtags, how to use them, and then I'm going to share with you a really cool tool that I use in order to get relevant hashtags. So first of all, a hashtag is a way, think of it like a keyword, okay? If you understand what a keyword is basically a term that you search, okay? So in this example, I'm going to use the phrase baseball, okay? So I can look up baseball, which is pretty cool, right? Pretty easy. And this is going to give me every tweet, every person that uses baseball, right? So this is a user that has it in their name. Here's a bunch of pictures. I don't know why the football picture shows up. These are people. Okay, and then here you go, like it just says baseball. Like it's just going to pull up anything general. Now a hashtag's a little bit different. A hashtag's going to be a little bit more specific. So let's do hashtag baseball. Okay, now look what pulls up. Baseball, baseball is back, baseball confession snaps, baseball gods, and then a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just going to hit enter. Now, a couple ways that you can use hashtags. Number one, you can use it as research. Okay, you can use it as research to find out who is talking about your niche. Okay, so if you sell, and the reason I have baseball up, my brother has a baseball podcast. He's a writer for a fantasy baseball website. He has a podcast, and so I just happen to have it up because I was cheering him on today because I'm really proud of him, and it's actually really good. If you like baseball, I highly recommend that you subscribe. So anyway, this is how you can do research on the people that are talking about what matters to you. Okay, this is how you can find, number one, what they're saying, what they care about, what's trending. You can find out who the thought leaders are. These are people you can follow. So it's pretty cool stuff. If you look through here, these are all the people, right, that are talking about baseball today. Now, I used the example travel. You do the same thing. Now, what's cool about this is if you, for example, have a travel deal, then this is a great way to find out who's talking about what. Just like I said, it's a tremendous resource for you. In Twitter, you want to be talking to and communicating with the people who are kind of the loudest, right? Who are getting the most followers, the most retweets. Now, hashtags are really useful in a couple of platforms. They're useful in Twitter. They're useful in Instagram. Google Plus, there's a really cool application over in Google Plus, and then Pinterest. Facebook has hashtags, but it's not really performing the way that everybody thought it would, and it definitely doesn't pull like it does here in Twitter. So if you are going to use Twitter as a tool to build your audience, to find content, to grow your business, then hashtags are going to be huge for you, okay? Absolutely huge. So let me show you a little tool that I use, okay? Because when you want to post, let me see if I can find, all right, this is me. This is my most recent post that I'm sharing, an upcoming social media happy hour that we have actually coming up really fast. And I use the hashtag social media, and then SMM happy hour, okay, which is the hashtag I started using for this social media hashtag. Okay, so here's something earlier I put up about my brother's podcast. I used fantasy baseball and I used baseball. Now, part of the reason why I'm using those terms is because I want people who care about those subjects to pay attention. So think of it like almost like a club, right? So let's say that you were, you're a mom of a 2-year-old, right? And you are in a club with other moms of 2-year-olds. This is how you find each other on the internet, is through keywords, through hashtags, through things like this, okay? So it's basically finding other people that are interested in what you're talking about. So it's really, really fun. Okay, so travel. We talked about travel. Now, let's go over to my really awesome tool that I love to use, and I'm going to show you what you can do with this, okay? So the tool is called, and I've got baseball up here, the tool is called Hashtagify Me. It's right here. Hashtag, so HASHTAGIFY.me, Hashtagify Me. It's a free site. It's pretty cool. I bookmark it because I use it quite often. So what you basically do is you come here, all right, and you put your tag in. So for example, let me put in travel. And I'm going to get this really cool visual that's going to show me all the related hashtags as of right now, current, okay, to my existing hashtag. So the reason this is important is because sometimes people use these really, really cutesy hashtags. So let's go back up here to travel and let's see how good of a hashtag this one is. So let's say we use I love to travel. Hashtag I love to travel. Okay, so you're going to get some stuff, you're going to get some things, right? So let's take a look at it over here. Okay, so you just type it in, I love to travel, no spaces, okay? Now, look how tiny this circle is compared to vacation, compared to travel. Now, why is this important? Well, this is going to tell you the popularity of that hashtag, meaning how many people are using it, how many people are looking for it. This is really important. If you waste the precious 140 characters, because remember, Twitter is just like sending a text message, right? So if you waste that little bit of space with a really long hashtag that's like, you know, don't you wish you were me? You should be here too. Okay? It's just dumb. That's not going to get you any business. Now, you look clever and funny, but clever and funny doesn't pay the bills. Like actual people who want to follow you, who want what you have to offer. Because remember, this is about providing value to the right people. So don't waste your time with that junk, right? So you could take your cutesy hashtag, right? And you could come over here and you can find something that's a little bit more appropriate. The size of the circles really dictates how popular of a hashtag that is, right? So you got travel, trip, wanderlust, vacation. So you can click on vacation. And now look what you've got. You've got love, travel, fun, summer, holiday. So traveling's a little bit smaller. Rental's a little bit smaller. Beach, trip's a little bit smaller, right? But this is pretty cool stuff. So let's go to beach. So if you want to talk about a beach vacation, sun, summer, beautiful, like these are all hashtags that you want to be using rather than what we were using with the I love to travel, okay? Or like, look at this, hashtag win things. This is so tiny, it barely even shows up, right? So it's ridiculous. You don't want to use that kind of stuff. So for example, when I'm doing things related, if I want to do a tag about social media, okay, like for example, we're doing this, these are some related hashtags I could use. Okay, I could use Facebook, Twitter, marketing, news, SM, which is social media, SEO, SMM, which is social media marketing, business, infographic. This, I have no idea what that is. Surduk, follow. So sometimes hashtags can get really popular based on something that's trending, right? So if there's enough people using a hashtag, it will go nuts. So you want to pay attention to that sort of stuff and use it to your advantage because your time is precious and you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your time on any of the social media platforms. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. If you have a question, a comment, anything, leave it below. I want to hear from you. If I don't get feedback from you, I don't know if these trainings are valuable or not. Now, if you have found this of value, then I definitely want to encourage you to share this. Let's help more people become successful. When you have an attitude of abundance that there's enough to go around, you're going to succeed beyond your wildest imagination. So share this training. Leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Because if you do that, then I'm going to keep giving you more and more and more. All right, so I love to hear from you, so please do that. Now, my name is Tracy Reuter. I believe the best is yet to come for you. Put this into practice. Let me hear how it goes, and I will see you next time.